So apparently a Call of Duty Pro player fell asleep and he missed out on $400,000 and he's now getting dropped. Ladies and gentlemen,
you guys had to know this video was coming because
up.
we've seen it quite a bit in esports. That being esports pros falling asleep before big events. We talked about this over the past 24 hours. The World Series of Warzone had a lot of great headlines, all right? Aside from the fact of Huskers and Noobs taking the World Series of Warzone main event, of course, we had to talk about Scump taking the $100,000 solo YOLO. But yes, one of the bigger storylines out there going mainstream all the way to Barstool Sports and other news outlets as well is a Warzone pro unfortunately falling asleep for 15 hours to miss.
My guy says unfortunately mega low.
The $400,000 event, forcing his teammate Mutex for at least one game to drop in solo and then to play with a random sub throughout the remainder of the event. Mutex making the most of the situation, and at first, I will preface, it was kind of scary because Blast, very frequent on
He did not wake up for 15 hours? What the
Twitter, as well as a content creator and streamer. So with him not tweeting for a long time, it actually was pretty scary. And so a lot of people, including his partner Mutex, bottom line, were just concerned that he was safe and all right.
At least.
Fucking biggest tournament in the world, man. Like on Warzone. You know, it's like the biggest tournament. It blows. I know for a fact, like,
yo, he's so
there's no way he's dumb enough to sleep through it. Like, now I'm just concerned he's...
Yeah. No, I see the
concern at this point.
Like, my guy, if you have a tournament that is gonna be for $400,000 and you sleep through that, the entire thing, and you do not respond for 15 hours straight, then I would be concerned too. So I feel like the Mutex reaction is genuine, but I feel like he's gonna find out that he was just sleeping.
But then, alright, he is alright, and I'm glad he was.
Thankfully.
Once that was confirmed, well, havoc was expected when you talk about these things. We actually previously talked about this with a CSGO team. I don't want to really name names because we talk about this a lot, but I've talked about this being two big examples previously with some CSGO pros falling asleep throughout some big matches. So now we finally see it in Warzone, which, bottom line, this is pretty unacceptable. I will say, yes, Blast has a kid, so
I mean, let our brother sleep though. Okay, sleeping is kind of good though. Right?
The
let him
behind
sleep.
the scenes, probably a very busy lifestyle over there. But from speaking only from the pro example, there's no excuses. Unacceptable to not have some sort of alarm set, have something set in place to wake you up saying, hey, this is the biggest event of the entire year. Not only just a $100,000 single game of Warzone, but $300K prize event as well, with your partner having to play with a sub. There's no excuses, at least in my defense of this. I can't think of one. I do feel bad, trust me, all right? I don't want to riddle anyone out there, and it sucks.
400K event, I'm setting my alarm 2 days prior, and just in case my mom knows to wake yo, that's so me. Like, I set up my alarms, and I also tell my mom to wake me up, just in case, okay? Just in case. Man should have done that,
situation
honestly.
Blast put himself in,
just in case.
From a pro stance, there are no excuses for missing something like this.
You tell him.
For simply not waking up.
Where's the horn? Oh, I think he's gonna fight. Yeah.
He didn't set an alarm because he went to bed really early, so he didn't expect to sleep 15 hours.
Who sleeps 15? Damn. Okay, like I just 15 hours. You kidding me? 15 hours.
God, bro, how do you not set an alarm?
Yeah, like,
you said you didn't set an alarm because you went to bed early and didn't expect to sleep 15 hours.
My guy, like, I wake up every hour.
Set an alarm for a $400,000 tournament.
All right, let's get it.
I'm a bad sleeper. My guy should have been like the.
That's just so unacceptable, man.
He's probably the god sleeper.
Yes, part of it's funny, part of it's not funny. Please don't go give anyone hate for this. I'm sure Blast has already been through the ringer about the paparazzi all on him, and it's a crazy case, all right, because it's a case that probably only freaking happens here in gaming, so maybe we can enjoy it for what it is, all right? We got a gamer out there
got a
who
good
missed
laugh,
a $400,000 event because why? Because he just wanted some sleepy sleep. And let's just leave it at that.
He wanted
and Mutex right now currently looking for a new duo, which you don't blame him for.
Ladies and gentlemen, crazy plot twist. Hit the subscribe bell, click on this video on the screen, and when you click, you will